stuck in the same room, in the same mood. Everybody try to tell me what I can't do. Everybody try to tell me that I changed too. When I change lanes from you lame dudes. It's been a minute since I spilled my pain. Had to take a step back.
Can you hear me pretty good?
If you want the change, you gotta be the change.
Should be able to hear me pretty good.
Now we're all the same. Nobody wanna take the reins. Nobody wanna push their brain. Nobody will admit that the fake.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys?
We work all day, we all work, no play. We're enslaved in the loans and the bills we pay. Some of double cheese when the radio play. These stream Mickey D's and my shit called babe. I've been up for 7 days straight, trying to figure out my fate, trying to figure out any way to put food up.
We're gonna let a few more people come in here before I start. Hope everybody's been doing good. I've been trying to stay in contact with most of you guys as much as I can. Sweet. Okay, everybody can hear me well. Man, it's been a long time since I've done a live stream. I still get scared of them. All right. We'll just give it a little bit more time before I jump into what I want to talk about and let you guys know exactly what's been going on, why I had to vanish off Facebook and all that good stuff. Hope you've been doing well, Kendra. Hey, Vicky. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hey, what's up, Angela? Hey, Sylvia. All right. And we got a good amount of people coming in. Man, it's been a crazy past couple months. I'm gonna tell you all about it. Let me get my little list of stuff I want to talk about on this live stream. All right, a couple minutes in. We'll give it one more minute before I start discussing what's been going on these past couple months, where I'm at today, and where I'm hoping to go, and you know, all that fun stuff. Hey, what's up, Jules? I'm still looking for that email too, so I can post those things all over town. Hey, lay in. What's up, bro? I know I saw Corn in here too. Got the family in here. I miss doing those live streams from your house, bro. Oh, nervous. All right, we're about to jump into it. I guess the first thing to start with is, man, why I had to disappear off Facebook, pretty much off of all social medias. Back in the me and Tree or what? Back in December, early December, I was walking to work every day. It was only about a 1 mile walk, but I started getting approached by unmarked vehicles. They would randomly stop me in the alleyway and just kind of shake me down, you know, not really give any reason of why they're stopping me or anything like that. And then one day stood out more than anything. They came in front of me in the alleyway and cut me off. They parked kind of sideways, you know, and I could see right through the front windshield. And there was a badged officer in the driver's seat, but the passenger, the guy that came out and talked to me, was a suit. He was wearing a suit, had a U.S. flag pin right here, and that was it. Never gave me a card or never even introduced who he was. You know, he came up and he approached me, and he basically started talking about my Facebook, my activism, all the stuff that I've been doing these past few years in crazy details. And what he left me with was pretty scary. He told me that due to, just from my Facebook alone, they had enough evidence to try me as a domestic terrorist. They said that they could hit me with conspiracy to commit treason against the United States. They told me from more recent stuff as time went on that they could get me for conspiracy to overthrow the Federal Reserve. They said something about counts of inciting riots in the United States. You know, and this is all based off just my Facebook alone. And that's when I started stepping back a little bit and just kind of getting back into, you know, just being a role model and speaking positivity and not getting people so stirred up, not stirring up, you know, stirring the pot too much. Currently in Iowa, for those of you who didn't know, I came to Iowa to be around my family. You know, my mom's out here, my sisters are out here. I got my niece, my nephew, you know, they're all out here. and I wanted to be around my family. You know, I wanted to become closer with my family because I've been gone for a very long time, and I would only see them, you know, maybe once every 3 years, once every 4 years. We talk here and there online, but Standing Rock made me really want to bring my family closer together and to try to open their eyes to a lot of the things that I had learned. Um, Once I knew they were feds. Okay, so once those feds started approaching me, I remember at the prayer walk a couple years ago, I think, or last year, the prayer walk at Sacred Stone, this weird lady approached me after everybody went down to set up the teepee, and she was talking about how the feds. She looked at me and she goes, "We don't go after you, Brandon. We go after your family." You know, and that really stuck with me. And when these guys started approaching me here, I'm in a small town. I mean, you could throw a rock and hit the other side of town. And when these guys started approaching me here, it really, I want to say fear. I didn't become fearful. I was more worried about protecting those that I love. And it wasn't just my family here. It's the people that I love and come to know as my family online as well. Because I know my Facebook's networked into a lot of things. And so I felt I had to step back. That's why I shut everything down. That's why I stepped away and vanished. You know, it wasn't for any other purpose than trying to figure out the proper way to handle things. You know, this is a small town. I could see these guys coming from a mile away. There's nowhere for them to hide. So when they were parked outside the apartments, you know, catty corner and constantly watching, and as soon as I leave, they follow me and stuff like that. You know, it just became more real and more real. And it really opened my eyes, though. I know there's a lot of you out there that are still doing really great work with the activism, and, you know, opening people's hearts and minds. And I want to encourage you guys to keep doing it. You know, I was getting a little super active, I guess you could say, throwing some ideas out there because it gets really frustrating watching all this stuff take place that's happening in our world. And I felt like we needed to do more, something more, you know, that was like a shock. That's when I started, you know, pushing on the Federal Reserve, because Federal Reserve is just crazy when you really understand what it is. So yeah, my original intentions coming in Iowa was to be around family and to grow closer with my family. Then all this Fed stuff started happening. What I ended up finding in Iowa is pretty much changed my life forever. You know, basically, you know, I found me a girl. You know, I fell in love, and she's changed my life a lot, and she's really good at keeping me centered and in check, and really you know, in my place as far as like, because I'm a reactor, I'm a triple fire element in a Leo, and I just dive into things head first, and I don't really care about the consequences, and you know, I just go at it and hope it turns out good, because I got a lot of faith in the universe, you know, backing us in what we do. And so I just jump into situations, you know, and pray for the best. And you know, this girl that I found in my life has really helped me see from different angles and get more in touch with my I would say my feminine side, and really connecting me into the true power and strength of love and what love truly is. You know, for the longest time I didn't really love myself, and that's why I was willing to sacrifice my life and everything that I am to the cause, for the people, for the planet, you know, because I didn't really have much in my life to live for. And so I didn't care about feds. I didn't care about going to prison or getting killed or getting, you know, black bagged and snagged off the streets by these feds and just disappearing. As long as the message got out there and people were listening, I didn't care about the consequences of my actions. And now I'm sitting back and realizing that I'm no good to anybody if I'm dead and gone or in prison in a cell, because I know there's lots of people in this world that's all over that I've helped in my own way, through hard times, through struggles, through suicide, through drug addiction. And, you know, I don't want to throw all that away. I don't want to disappear. I want to be able to still be here for people and to keep helping people heal, because I think one at a time we keep healing each other and our following and our our people, we start growing larger and larger and closer together. And that's ooh, it's just crazy how serious, I wouldn't even call them our enemy or whatever, but how serious the other side takes everything. They're so scared of losing control and losing the way this system is set up, and their money, because it's all a scheme. The rich are getting richer, we're getting poorer, and it's getting even worse by the day, and they're scared that when we make this change that we're going to hang all of them, or that we're going to put their heads to the guillotine. They're scared of this yellow vest movement coming here to America. They're scared of the people coming together, setting our differences aside. That's why they thrive so hard at that left and right division campaign and play us on racism and all this stuff, because they're so scared of us coming together and taking our country back. They're supposed to represent us, and they're really, really scared of that. And I think that is a big part of why they were starting to threaten me, is because I'm a pretty good bridge and network of people and bringing people together. And I don't know, I don't know exactly why. Maybe it was some of the work that I was doing behind the scenes and ideas and documents that I was releasing or whatever, but I know it really piqued their interest once I started jumping in and pushing the yellow vest movement, and uniting, our families and our causes and our collective and our people together to throw on that yellow vest. So it triggered them. So remember that, listen to these words, because there's breadcrumbs that I'm going to throw out there, and I know certain of you are going to catch on and understand. Today, oh yeah, before I even jump into the next thing, so when I met my girl, oh man, it's like I fell in love like right at first sight and stuff. And it took a little bit for us to actually get together, but it took chaos. The chaos came, and I got into, of course, another Loki situation where I'm smack dab in the middle of all this crazy drama going on, and someone needs to be saved and helped. And so I more than willingly jumped in, and it was a lot more than I thought it was. And there were feds involved in that as well. The FBI was involved in that as well. And that's another reason why I chose to shut my Facebook down, was because I didn't want what I do here online to affect the outcome of trying to get my girl out of this situation that she wasn't supposed to be in. She was around the wrong people, and just crap was crazy, man. And I got to thank everybody out there that helped me raise the bail money to get her out, and that donated, that gave me inspiring words and kept me going. And we're in a good spot right now. Everything's on track, and everything that she was up against is about to be gone. So we're fighting very hard for that. And this whole chaotic situation has really built a lot of strength and a strong bond between us. So I want to give a big thank you to everybody that helped me raise that money, because I make $10 an hour flipping burgers at a cafe. It's pretty much what I do for a living right now. And I just signed up for cybersecurity analyst classes at the University of Phoenix. I finished my FAFSA application. It's a 7-month course that I take once a week. So I'm hoping to have a career change I could do and make a little more than $10 an hour, because I really want to help. Hard to help when you're broke as shit all the time. And I know a lot of you know the struggle. It's a struggle when you're not sure how you're going to get food on the plate for everybody. So we got an update on my current life, where I'm at today. I just told you about school and the classes that I'm going to be taking. We got into our own place here. So I was moving in the middle of all this stuff. My work, I really like my work. I like, flipping those burgers and cooking food, because I love food. But it also gave me a chance to meet the whole community and speak with the whole community. And a lot of the community backed me up in the situations that I was facing, over this past 2 months. So it was really nice to see that. And I think it's opened a door for me to bring in everything I've learned since Standing Rock and beyond, and try to bring it into this community before, my next path in life, wherever I end up headed to next, or my calling next. What's up, Jay? What's up, Chris? What's up, Jill? I just want to say hi to everybody, man. I really missed you guys a lot, and I'm sorry that I had to dip out like that. So from there, I want to talk about the revolution. You know, we got such an array of family, of a collective of people that, you know, I call you my relatives, my family. You know, we got Anons, we got Yellow Vest people, we got Water is Life, we got so many different people, and we're here. We're all here wanting the same thing, you know, and it's time to bring it all together, and we could do this. I know we could do this, you know, and set all the pride and egos and everything aside. You know, it's been, for me, 3 years since Standing Rock. You know, it's been about 3 years and a little more, and I've traveled a lot of places and met lots of different lots of different people involved in different things. And the biggest thing that I see everywhere is climate change and this political change. These two, you know, we keep getting pulled one way and we forget about the other, you know, and the biggest threat that we're facing is the climate change. And if we can't get over our political differences, I guarantee you that this climate change and what's coming to this planet is going to hit every single person at home very hard. There's no one that could escape it. You know, no one could hide from it. And that's why it's so important for me to stress that we have to set aside these political battles, this left and right, whatever. We all know Trump sucks. You know, most of these presidents have sucked. You know, none of them have been for the people. The ones that are for the people get shot and killed, you know. But 2020 it could be a game changer. You know, a lot of you guys know my beliefs in politics. You know, I've lost hope in a lot of that, but there are a lot of good people rising up. We've got a lot of strong women that have taken control of Congress and stuff like that. And there's still hope that we could get a person of the people in the presidency. And it may not be the all cure that we need, but at least it's a doorway for our voices to be heard, for our issues to be paid attention to, you know, and start pushing everything through policy. Because for some reason, everything has to go through policy and through paperwork and through all these different stages. We can't just come together, settle on something, and then boom, it's done. We have to go through all these freaking hoops, just like trying to sign up for insurance or something, you know, or just all these hoops that we have to jump through. And we really need some help. And there's a guy that I want to give a shout out to, that I've had tons of people keep referring me to this guy and ask me to follow him and see what he's about, because he's going to be running for presidency here. And his name's Dennis Diaz. I'm going to type that out because I'm going to ask you guys to help me with this. And you know, a lot of the family in the collective, you know, I want you guys to look into this guy and see what he's about, you know, because so far what I've seen, I like what I hear. You know, he seems like a man that's for the people and is really trying to represent everything that we stand for as far as fighting pipelines and climate change and, you know, all that beautiful stuff that we so desperately need, you know. So you guys know what to do. Kendra, Chris, you know, Jill, all you guys, you know, you guys take a look at this guy, take a look at what he's about, and let me know what you guys think, because, you know, when I stand behind somebody, you know, I put my heart and my soul into it, and I don't do it without truly evaluating a person. And for me to even be looking at this guy after losing all hope in politics should say a lot, you know. So I would ask you all to please, you know, take a look at him, see what he's about. Hey, what's up, Rhino? Missed you, bro. Hey, Dennis is in the stream right now. What's up, bro? Really liking what you're about, and it's an honor to be able to share you with the people that I've known and met along my path in life. And, you know, right here's a collective of people who have been fighting for rights, fighting for change, climate change, you know, trying to change this nation. And we need someone strong that could lead the way and open that door for our voices to be heard, you know. So I really hope that you can hear us, because I know every single one of these people here, they got a voice, you know, and they're very passionate and very adamant about what they believe in. And a lot of us share a lot of the same beliefs. So, you know, I'm still the same person, you know, nothing's changed. I'm just having to reevaluate how I approach myself into the movement, how I feed my energy into the movement, because once the FBI started getting involved about how I'm acting on social media and that I could be tried as a domestic terrorist because of what I stand for, it really, really shook me, because I couldn't imagine my life without you guys. I couldn't imagine my life without you, you know, without all of us together and pushing forward and doing this all in a good way, because we got to. You know, I look at the children, you know, we see, I watch the news, which is probably not a good thing, but there's lots of children shooting people, and, you know, it's just, it's crazy out there. We've lost a lot of morals, lots of values, and I think it's a lot of how our systems changed. You know, our education system, you know, the people are having to work so hard that we really don't have time to spend the time with our children and teach them and raise them the way that we should be raising them. So we end up with more broken homes because we're not close to our mothers and our fathers and our aunts and uncles and grandmothers, you know, and all these things that we want are not unattainable, and we don't have to become a socialist society to even get it, you know. And there's a balance that we have to find. And I look at things like Israel. We send so many billions of dollars to Israel, and Israel is just killing off the indigenous Palestinian people there with our military aid. And Israel has free healthcare, free education, lots of free housing. And they just launched a rocket to the moon. Why are we sending millions in aid to a country that could afford to send rockets to the moon while we got people here suffering? We got veterans here that are suffering. We got so many people suffering, you know. I really think we need to reevaluate where our tax dollars and our money is going. And we need to give back to our people and heal our people before our people are totally lost. Because once our people are lost, we're going to be slaves, complete slaves, you know, without hope. You know, when I was growing up, you know, you could be anything, and our teachers would encourage us to use our imagination, and you know, and I did. And when I became an adult, it all changed, you know, because society around me changed, and it was a shocker, you know, to see what the reality is. School never prepped me for any of this stuff that we're in, you know. So I believe in each and every one of you guys. I believe in this Dennis guy, man. I every time I wake up on Facebook, he's one of the first people I go to look at, just because I want to know what he's about, because I take the future very serious. And every person that's trying to go for a leadership role in this country worries me, because after Trump, we need something good. Trump has done so much to divide our people and divide this nation that it hurts. And there's so much hate out there because of this Trump presidency, so much corruption. I mean, look at it. Everything's in turmoil. Nobody trusts anybody. Nobody could even have a conversation about politics because of Trump, you know? It's sad. You get your head chewed off. You're a racist. You're this, you're that. No, I'm just a human being trying to talk with you, you know? You know, that's me. That's us. I know we all share the same spirit. I know we share the same heart. We share the same ambitions and desires, and I try every day to be the change that I want to be or see in this world. That saying really means a lot to me, because if I'm not becoming what I want to see, then I'm just another hypocrite. And we can't be just another hypocrite. We can't just be another preacher up there preaching the words but not living the word, you know? We have to be that change. And I think a huge part of that is to be there for each other and to help heal each other. You know, sometimes all a person needs is someone just to listen, you know? And that goes a long way when we start taking care of our community, taking care of our people. You know, drugs are a problem in a lot of communities. Well, let's get together and let's shut them down. Let's post flyers. Let's let them know that we're against it. You know, start pushing. You know, it's all about education and educating the people. But if we just sit in our houses, our square boxes, and just bitch about it and cry about it to ourselves or online and don't do nothing in the community, nothing's ever going to change, you know? So I know there's lots of stuff coming up. There's lots of events. The Yellow Vest movement is still very much alive, and it has rapidly evolved into a lot of good things. You know, there's a lot of different people coming together. I know a lot of people are expecting it to be like France and this crazy revolution and fires in the streets, but revolution isn't always like that. You know, to me, when I say revolution, I keep hearing evolution, you know, and I learned that shit from Standing Rock. But we really have to, we really have to get on top of this. We really have to get behind leaders who are truly trying to represent the people, and we need to lift them up, you know, as we lift each other up, you know, and get involved with these leaders who are trying to take a stand for us. Let them know exactly what it is that we are fighting for. You know, you can't expect leaders to lead us if they don't know exactly what it is that we want or that we need. Because right now we're in a necessity phase of this nation. Yeah, I don't know what you guys know about Rome. I don't know what you guys know about history, but we're walking a very fine line in the future of this nation. And it's up to us. It's really up to us. We could just sit here and watch it burn through the hate that we hold for each other, through the division that we have because we're blinded by all this, or we could set it aside and come back to the table and build each other up and hear each other out and meet each other in the middle. You know, we outnumber them. I know we outnumber the racists and the bigots or whatever they call them. You know, I know we outnumber them. We're just humble people. We don't like to be out there and getting in people's faces and stuff like that. We stay humble and we like to stay in our circles and around our family and in our small way, you know. And it's hard for us to get out there into big crowds and do big things. But together we could do big things, you know. These live streams scare the crap out of me. I hate seeing my own face on camera, and I get nervous when I talk, but I feel like I have to because it'll inspire someone else to do it that may be better at it than me, you know? So keep doing what we got to do, you know? Every single day, keep changing. Every day, pray in your way. Like prayer to me is putting your intentions into the universe, you know? So I try to wake up every single day and let the universe know that I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful to see another day. I'm grateful for the small things, for the little things that I have. I'm grateful for all these people that I've met all over the world, my family, all my family, all this family. You know, there's so many people. I never would have thought I'd ever experience anything like this in my life, you know. Hold on real quick. Let's see what Rhino said, you know. Yeah, there's several issues, you know, and I was actually watching Dennis Diaz talk on another live stream, you know, and you know, about missing and murdered Indigenous women, about these man camps and all that. You know, these are all issues that we got to face together, you know. And this is why I keep bringing this guy's name up, because so far I'm really liking everything that he's standing, because it's really reminds me of everything that I was taught at Standing Rock, and since then I've learned of what's important, what to value, where our interests should be at. You know, it's time to evolve. We can't keep living off the old oil and greed and just all this stuff that's destroying everything around us. It's not only destroying the planet, but it's destroying our relations. It's destroying our families, you know. So we gotta see that. We gotta see the problems for what they are, and get out of the matrix. Get out of this little dream world. Get out of this like gotta have a Bentley and a 18-bedroom house way of thinking, you know. It's just this dog eat dog, you know, every man for himself. Like, when did it change? When did this nation go from we're united and we're one and we're this good light of the world nation to, you know, F you, it's all about me. You know, I don't care about my neighbor. How many, you know, it's weird. You know, it's weird nowadays because people barely come outside. They're so stuck in their phones and social media, and you don't even know your neighbors. You could be living there in an apartment complex where you got 4 neighbors living around you and you don't know one of them. You know, we got to get back out there. We got to spread that good energy out there. Reach out to your neighbors. Reach out to the people, man. They're not that scary. You know, I'm in a very racist community, and it's crazy community, and I definitely feel like an outcast here. I already know I am, but I'm here right now, so I try to do what I can while I'm here. You know, and then I got let's see, I got one more thing I want to talk about before I get off this live stream, and because I don't want to take up too much time. But right now, where I'm going to go from here is continue focusing on my path right now. You know, 7 months of school ain't nothing. I'm going to be a cybersecurity analyst. That's what I'm shooting for this career change, you know, and knock the schooling out of the way. Once a week for 7 months, 28 classes, boom, I'm done. I also am going to continue applying my efforts to the movements and helping all these groups that I've always helped, you know, and Dennis, I want to help you more. You know, I'm really liking what you're about, and I know we're getting closer to that time to where we need to get you out there and heard. You know, my Anon family, my Water family, all the Yellow Vest movement, you know, I'm ready to jump back in. I got a little, got a lot to catch up on because I've been gone for almost 2 months. So I got a lot to catch up on, and I look forward to, you know, getting caught up with you guys. And, you know, then from there, you know, we'll see. But every Sunday, I'm going to try to do a live stream. That's my goal. I don't know what they'll be about. You know, maybe I'll have you guys, you know, send me requests of what we should talk about. And then I could have like a week to do some research. And then every Sunday, I'll come in and we can have a talk, you know, and we can share some information and talk about what to do. So right now, that's kind of where I'm at, you know, just work, school, loving my girl and loving you guys and seeing how I could help you guys progress in the directions that you're going, you know, because I know all of us are going in our directions, but we're headed to the same place. So I haven't given up and I haven't quit. And yeah, I would love to, Thomas, yeah, I would love to talk to you guys, you know. Of course, you know, I'm ready to jump back in and do what we got to do to spread this information and knowledge, because education is everything. People don't know what they don't know, you know. So we'll work together and we'll get it out there and get it known. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Do you guys have any questions or anything like that I could answer before I cut this stream out? I know I've changed a lot between the FBI, you know, threatening me and falling in love, because I didn't expect to come out to Iowa and be in this little small town and find this girl that's like the female opposite of me. She like is my complete counterbalance and just blows my mind away that I met her out here and in the timing that I did. But it's been a blessing. I love it. I love her. Let's see. Yes, side by side, bro. We got this. Hey, my sister jumped on. What's up, Melissa? You know, yeah, there's always been the off-grid places. You guys know all about that. And Jill's got a beautiful place out there. Unlike where I'm at right now, where we got snow over my freaking head. It's crazy. Tired of the snow. I'm ready for the spring. I know you guys are too. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, you're welcome. You know, I was really worried. Like I said, when actual FBI agents and people in suits started approaching me and stuff, that's like I said, it wasn't really fear. It was more about, am I doing this in the right way? Is this going to help the people the most? Is this going to impact the movements the most? You know, so I had to step back and truly figure out where to take it from here. And in order for me to really step away, I had to shut Facebook down, because it's too easy to get distracted and not go into yourself when, you know, you got the whole world at your fingertips. So I had to go into myself. You know, I did a lot of meditation and prayer and seeking, soul searching, or whatever you call it, you know. And I think I understand a lot now on how I need to approach things and how I need to be a little more careful about how I give the information out, you know, because a lot of people could take it the wrong way. You know, some people could see it as a good thing, and then other people could think that I'm a terrorist, you know, because apparently that's what they were trying to push for. You know what, man? I wanted to be a Marine. When I was 18 and graduated high school, it was 9/11 had happened, and shoot, I think all of us wanted to join up. And I signed up on a buddy system with my best friend in high school, but my mom wouldn't sign off. I'm my only son, and she wouldn't sign off on me joining, and I ended up losing my best friend in Afghanistan. So I always try to represent, you know, everywhere I go. I love it. I still love the Marines. I love all our military, you know, but I wanted to be a Marine. I ain't gonna lie. Where are you at, Chris? We're at 70 degrees. Jeez, that's where I need to be at, bro. Down in Arizona. Oh, I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I've been taking care of myself. I've been eating a lot of food because I work in the cooking industry now. So I don't know how I'm not fat yet, but I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get up to 220. That's my goal. Sitting at about 178 now, but I'm trying to get that weight on. All right, Ann, you take it easy. Let's see, Sarah. Yeah, man, I couldn't imagine a year off of Facebook. But that would probably be nice. I'm really anxious for winter to end so I could get back out in nature and hey, Semper Fi, bro. Yeah, well, I love you guys. Nothing's ever changed. I just had to figure things out because it became a very serious situation, and I don't know what they could have done to me. All I kept thinking in my head is that they're going to send me to a Guantanamo Bay style prison as a terrorist. I was like, man, what good am I going to be in a freaking prison like that? So I had to step back and reapproach things, and I'm back. This is my official return, and I wanted to update you guys on what's going on because I didn't really give a heads up. I just kind of dipped out. So just want to tell you guys I love you. Keep doing what you guys are doing. I see the changes are happening every single day, and I see more and more people coming and wanting to know what we know. So don't give up and don't lose hope because there are people that are curious. Even the Trumpsters. There's every person that I know almost in this town voted for Trump. But day by day, the more I get to talk to them, the more I have patience with them and deal with their rants about Trump, which a lot of them don't even know why they even voted for Trump. But I have patience with them and I talk with them, and then I share a lot of facts with them about what's going on. And when you show that patience and you show that ability to not quickly jump to anger and attack people, you're more than likely going to be able to open that doorway to their heart and to their mind and get them to listen. So always remember to practice that patience with people, because you can't blame a person for the things that they don't know. It's like at work. If you don't know what you're doing and you screw up and you get chewed out for it, it's like, it sucks because you didn't know. You didn't know what you were doing. Instead of yelling at me, teach me what I'm doing wrong so I could correct myself. So try to look at things from that perspective, when you're out there dealing with people that are pretty hard to deal with, because we all, I know I was very hard-headed, stubborn, and blind, deaf, dumb, and blind, and if it wasn't for people like you having patience with me and helping to bring me up and plant these seeds and nurture these seeds and grow me into a better person, I'd be just like them. I'd be deaf, dumb, and blind to the problems in this world and not even caring. So don't give up on people. I love you guys. All right. It's supposed to end.